You look lonely. I can fix that.
In Blade Runner, the replicants aren't villains. They're mortals. They know they're going to die young, and that knowledge presses against every part of their existence. It makes them desperate, emotional, violent, loving, afraid. In other words, human. Their short lifespan doesn't reduce their humanity, it sharpens it. Every experience matters more because there are fewer of them. Every memory carries weight because it cannot be replaced later. Meanwhile, the humans, the corporations, the police, the systems that run this world are strangely hollow. They live longer, but feel less. Time stretches endlessly in front of them, and that excess slowly drains urgency from their lives. Death feels distant, so empathy becomes optional. Life becomes procedural, efficient, and emotionally numb. They move through existence like machines, while the machines they hunt experience life with sincerity. The central irony of Blade Runner is not that machines want to be human. It's that humans have forgotten how to be. The replicants value life more intensely not because they are designed to, but because their time is proportionally larger. Mortality does not diminish their lives. It concentrates them. This is where the film quietly reframes time itself. Time is not experienced equally. It is experienced in proportion to how much life has already been lived. When existence is short, every moment feels dense. When existence feels long, moments blur together. Blade Runner suggests that meaning doesn't disappear because life is cruel, but because it feels endlessly postponable. When tomorrow is guaranteed, attention weakens. When tomorrow is uncertain, attention sharpens. That understanding reaches its purest form in Roy Batty's final moments. His famous monologue is often read as an acceptance of death, but what he's really mourning is erasure. Roy is not afraid of dying. He is afraid that everything he has seen, everything he has felt, will vanish without a witness. Lost, like tears in rain, is not about sadness. It's about proof. If memories disappear completely, did the life that held them ever truly exist? Blade Runner treats memory as evidence, not nostalgia. Memory confirms that something happened. Forgetting doesn't just end a life, it retroactively undoes it. A life, the film suggests, is not ended by the last breath, but by erasure, when memory, witness, and meaning finally vanish. This is why the replicants rage, love, and cling so fiercely to experience. They are fighting not death, but disappearance. When Blade Runner 2049 arrives, it doesn't repeat this idea. It deepens it. The question is no longer what makes a life meaningful when time is short, but what meaning looks like when no one is watching. 2049 shifts the focus from mortality to loneliness, from erasure through death to erasure through invisibility. Loneliness in 2049 is not treated as a personal failure or a psychological flaw. It is the default condition of the world. K is surrounded by people, systems, voices, and technology, yet he is never truly seen. The city is crowded, but connection is extinct. Loneliness becomes unbearable not because one is alone, but because one is conscious of being alone, aware of the gap between existence and recognition. Joy exists precisely to fill that absence. She is not love in a conventional sense. She is recognition. She says K's name, affirms his presence, and gives shape to his emotional reality. The uncomfortable truth 2049 exposes is that artificial connection can still produce real emotion. Authenticity matters less to the heart than being seen. When joy disappears, the grief K feels is not invalidated by the fact that she was artificial. The loneliness was real, and so is the loss. K's belief that he might be special, that he might have been born rather than made, briefly gives his loneliness a sense of purpose. To be chosen would mean that his suffering has meaning. But Blade Runner 2049 dismantles this illusion. Being special is comforting, but fragile. When that belief collapses, K is left with something far more difficult: choice without destiny. This is the film's quiet revelation. K is not the miracle. He is not remembered. He is not central to history. And yet he still acts. He chooses to help Deckard reach his daughter, knowing there will be no recognition, no reward, no legacy. This is the final human act in Blade Runner. Meaning does not come from being special or from being remembered. It comes from choosing to care even when no one is watching. Together, the two Blade Runner films form a single philosophical arc. The first tells us that mortality intensifies life. The second tells us that loneliness tests whether meaning can survive without witnesses. One asks what it means to live when time is short. The other asks what it means to live when recognition is absent.